What's up, everyone? How's it going? My name is Joseph, and welcome to Ask Mevo Anything. This is the show where you can ask us questions live on the show, and we will do our best to answer them. I am, of course, joined by the great Will. Will, how's it going today, man?
What's up? It's going good. It's going good. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. I'm digging the blue lights. It's pretty cool. Looking, the setup's looking nice.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Yep. We had to switch it around a little bit. You know, I think every week we need to just try a different color.
Yeah, to see what fits the best.
Yeah. Why not? Just really test that Mevo IQ.
Well, we did green last week, and I actually thought that looked pretty cool. I slid back to the purple.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can mess with that. Maybe we'll do like a mystery color week or something.
Yeah, I'm totally down. What's up, everybody? Everybody? How you doing?
Yeah. What is up, everybody? So if this is your first time watching the show, this is Ask Mevo Anything. This is where we interact with you, the users, on everything related to Mevo. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We'll be sure to answer them live. Even if you have questions about things that are not Mevo, for any other Logitech products, we'll talk about those as well. So let's talk about our setups a little bit for today, Will. I'm using obviously a Mevo Start. I'm going wireless webcam, and I have that hardwired for my audio into my audio mixer. The microphone that you're hearing right now is the blue baby bottle that's right in front of me, and that is going through some gear for compression and EQ, and then that's being routed right back to my Mevo. For monitoring back or listening back, I got my custom UE fits, right? Or no, not the fits, but the UE earbuds. And I'm using for my lighting, I actually have two Litra Glows. So a few weeks back, we did a whole show about the Litra Glow, which is pretty cool. And those are actually up on my monitors right up here. So what do you got going on there, Will?
Nice. I feel like our list in the beginning is just getting longer and longer. It's great. Yeah. So right now I'm got my Mevo Start is connected to my computer via wired webcam, because my network is just not that great. And then for audio, I've got my Encore 300, which is then going back into the Go XLR and then going into the Mevo via. Oh no, I'm not actually. I switched that up right before the show started. So I'm using Go XLR directly into my computer via USB. So Melon is then picking up my audio via the USB Go XLR, and then my video is obviously coming wired webcam. And then for lighting, I've got the Litra Glows as well. Got two, but I think in the future I might go up to 4, just get like the max brightness all around me. And then yeah, I've got my custom UE. I think these are the UE 7s. So that is my setup right now. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything because I want to keep adding to this list. I've got the blue compass as my arm.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're decked out with Logitech stuff. So I'm pretty excited to do more.
The vid froze there for a second, but it looks like you came back through that, so I just kind of let you go there, so I didn't interrupt you. But maybe that's something we got to send to Melon. So looks good. So speaking of Melon, we are using Melon to bring this show to you today. That's how you're seeing the graphics, the split screen. If you don't know, Will is actually in California. I'm over in New York right now. But Melon actually added a really cool new feature today, and it's called the teleprompter. So essentially what you could do is you can create your own teleprompter to bring up on the screen. And what happens is the words will literally cover the entire screen and everything behind it will gray out. So if you're speaking directly to the camera and you have your screen right in front of you, you're good to go as far as like reading a teleprompter. It's great. And it's just an add-on onto the menu on the side of Melon. So it's really easy to get to. So I wanted to point that out for anyone using Melon. A brand new feature just went out today. It's in beta, but it's brand new and it's teleprompter. All right, Will. So what do you say? Are you ready to answer some questions here? Looks like we have some chatter going.
Always.
Oh, you know what though? Before I do that, guys, I can't skip the housekeeping here. So let's talk about a few things. Numero uno. If you haven't seen it yet, the new multicam update is out. We actually just did 2 fun shows. We did an example of the multicam to webcam, and then we also went over the audio mixer last week. So if you missed those, definitely hop on our VOD on YouTube and find those. And then we also want to give you an idea of what we're doing every single week. This is our show schedule. Ask Mevo Anything is on Tuesdays. That's what you're watching right now. And on Thursdays is Mevo Live. And Mevo Live, we get a little bit more in depth as far as the functions and capabilities of the Mevo. And let's take a look at what we have coming up this month. March Multicam Madness. So as I said, we did do the audio mixer show. Next, actually, no, not next Thursday. This Thursday, 2 days from now, will be doing a fantastic multicam to Streamlabs demo, showing you the different ways you can get multiple Mevo cameras into your Streamlabs setup. And then on the 31st, we have a very, very, very special event. We want everyone to attend on that date because it's going to be super huge. Will, what do you think? Should we give them a hint as to what that... oh, looks like you're frozen again. Well, then I guess I'm running the ship. So, because if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and give you a hint as to what's coming up on the 31st. Let me pull it up. So, on March 31st, we are going to be moving. We're going to be moving the show. It's actually going to be on a couple of different channels. So, take a look at this. So, on youtube.com, Logitech for Creators, twitch.com, Logitech C, and facebook.com, we're going to stick on at Mevo Camera. So what we're doing here is we're going to be expanding what the show can do, trying to reach more people, and talk a little bit about more what Logitech has going on as far as the Logitech for Creators team. So if you haven't yet, go ahead, give them a follow, give them a like, give them a subscribe on either of these channels, and follow us on the 31st, where we actually expand the show to more viewers. And the reason why we can do that is because of everyone we have here, joining the shows, participating. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. So it looks like Will's back, and let's bring him in here, and then we'll get to your questions. Hey, Will, how we doing?
Smoother now?
Looks smooth as it could be to me. Smooth as butter. All right. All right. So what do you say we dive into some questions here? So we do encourage you to, if you're watching us on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, to put your questions in the chat, and we'll get those taken care of. Let's go back to the chat. All right. So right off the bat, Jared, how you doing, bud? Nice to hear from you. What's up, guys? Hope everyone in the world out there is doing well today. I agree. I hope everyone is doing the best they can. Over on Twitch, same guy, same Jared. Over on Twitch, checking in. Hope everyone is well in the world today. Jared, you know what? Keep spreading those positive vibes, and spread those to our new channels once we launch them too. So, Will, I'm not sure if you missed it, but we just talked about the new channels we're going to be on the 31st,
which is super, super exciting.
Yeah,
definitely jump over and give a follow to Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all those Logitech C channels.
Yep. So just do a search for Logitech C or Logitech for Creators.
Yep.
Oh, Maurice, hello from Facebook. Hello. Thanks for saying what's up.
Hey.
Guess who that is? Killing everywhere, it on all platforms.
I love it. We appreciate all the views.
Here we go. Jason's watching. Jason, thanks for the kind words on our last audio show. That was fun. Stump the Schwambi. This could be fun. Yeah, send us your questions, and if we don't know the answer, we'll lie. No, I'm kidding. We'll find the answer.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. All right. First real question of the day. Stacy, Facebook, thank you. Can you use multi-camera Mevo app with the Zoom meeting app? Well, What do you think?
You can now, yeah. As of 1.4, you can send multicam directly to wireless webcam, which you can then pull up in Zoom. Yeah, we actually just did a show. What was it? A couple weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
So it was 2 Thursdays ago. So not the 17th, whatever's before that. So I guess the 10th. So yeah, hop on, Stacy, hop on our YouTube page at Mevo Camera and look at the date for the 10th. You'll see a whole show that we did about how to get multicam into Zoom and the nuances behind it. But thank you for that question. Laser Les, what's up? How you doing, bud? Thanks. Greetings from Oregon. Here we go. Another question. Maurice is asking, is there a way for the corner graphic to make the font smaller on the Mevo app? Are you referring to the lower third or the bug? I guess it would be the lower third because that's where you add the fonts. So there's two things here. You have choices with that. With the font, I think you can only change the color, and then you can put a subtext under it for the lower thirds. But there's another option. You can create a lower third as a transparent PNG, like off the Mevo, and import that into the Mevo. So you can get a custom lower third that has like your logo, or maybe has the colors you're looking for, or the font you're looking for. That would be the way around that.
Full screen PNG.
Yep.
Honestly, I think that's the best way to go, just in general. If you want to have anything custom, obviously the default graphics like options are really good because you can make them on the fly. But if you have time pre-show to make really nice custom graphics, it's probably the way to go.
Yeah, and I can even give you an example here, Maurice. Hold on a second. Let's hide Will for a second. So, and let's hide your question for a second. Where are you? There you are. So in my Mevo app, I actually have an overlay I can add on here, which will add this lower third. So this lower third isn't one that was made in the Mevo app because I wanted to use a different font. So I made this as a full screen overlay. And so the graphic you're seeing that has my name there, that's being shown from the Mevo application. All right. Thank you for that question. All right, Will. Jody says, I'm using 3 Mevo camera view for a podcast I'm doing, similar to kind of how we're doing it. I want to add 2 more cameras. What's the best way to add them? Oh, man, this is a great question because I know Will have some tricks up his sleeve to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on like the entire production, right? So if you're doing it through OBS or Streamlabs or Ecamm or something like that, you can just do 3 Mevos via multicam and then bring in 2 more cameras via USB or whatever the cameras are. Like if you're adding 2 more Mevos, then you could do wired webcam or NDI. Unfortunately, multicam is limited to 3 cameras going into multicam, so you can't go 5 cameras directly in through multicam and wireless webcam. So it really depends on what your other 2 cameras are. But if they're Mevos, the best way to do it is just wired webcam.
Yep, good advice. And actually, tune in, Jody, on this Thursday, because this Thursday, Will be doing a whole big demonstration on how to use the Mevos with Streamlabs. And that could show you additional ways to get inputs into your feed.
Yeah.
Tim, what's up from Georgia? Nice. Thank you for watching.
What's up, Tim?
All right. Let's take a look. Here, multicam one, view stream. Okay. Let's look. Les has a list here, and I guess this is for top list for added features in multicam. So this is a feature request list from Les, and we're gonna make sure we put it on the show so we have it forever. So 1, add videos to stream. I like that idea, being able to add like an additional video or like picture-in-picture style.
Yeah. Sure.
Set graphic overlays to selected cameras. I like that idea too. Absolutely, being able to assign a certain graphic to a certain shot.
Yeah.
And preset camera crops in each video source window, and number 2 above the preset crops. Right. These 3 items, this platform will be incredible. Well, you know what, Les? It already is incredible, but that stuff will definitely make it more incredible.
Yeah,
I agree. I think those are all real valid stuff. So if you're not familiar with number 3 on Les's point here, there's 2 different apps. So there's the Mevo app, and there's the multicam app. In the Mevo app, you can set up your own static shots, so you can have multiple static shots. So, for example, if I want to like slide in, zoom here, or just tap to a certain section of the screen, you can set those up and predefine them. In the multicam app, it doesn't have that feature just yet, mainly because the multicam app, you're using 3 cameras, and those would be your predefined shots, right?
Right.
But that is definitely a cool thing to suggest, because theoretically you could have, I don't know, 27 different shots, right? So if you could do 9 shots per camera,
Yep.
that would be wild. So thanks for that suggestion. John, haven't heard from you in a while. Hello, how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you.
What's up, John? What's up, Julie?
This is funny. Here's a good question, a good Logitech question, and I'm gonna send this up because I can mirror this sentiment. Why did they get rid of the Harmony remotes? I don't know. That's a great question, because those are those universal remotes. Well, I'm not sure if
Yeah,
you're familiar.
I had one back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing. You know what? Like, let's talk about that for a second. It's just off topic thing, but I recently bought a TV. It's a Samsung. The remote that I got with that TV is, I would say, 80% voice activated, right? There's no buttons on it. It's just a circle with a wheel. It gets charged. It has solar charging panels on the back of it, and it's Bluetooth.
Which is
So
wild.
I don't actually have to, right, and I also don't have to point it at the TV for anything. So, the technology itself might be getting. I mean, the harmony though, you can attach to everything. That was the big selling point in that too, though.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know.
everything in my place is controlled via Alexas.
Right.
Like including
Yeah.
my TV and everything else, whether it's lighting or heat or AC or anything like that. So I think the actual physical remote is probably on its way out.
Isn't that the way for like a lot of things now, right?
Yeah.
It's a thing of the past. The way of the dodo.
Why bother finding something that's lost if you can just shout out what you need?
Yeah. Julie on YouTube. Hello from Ohio. What's up? OH.
Hey.
Oh, all right. Julie knows, she did it at her house. Cool.
Nice.
Robert, what's up? Coming to you from KC. Awesome. Quick question about your setup. You guys always list everything, but I'd like to know what's in your ears and how that's hooked up. These guys. So yeah, so these are the UE customs. Will and I have different versions. I have the UE custom 18s. So the way these work is, you contact UE and you order them, and they actually send you a molding kit. And the molding kit, that we'll showing it right there. The molding kit, it actually fits the bud to your specific ear. You send that back to them. There's a little bit of a back and forth, and then they fashion you a perfectly custom fit earbud. There's different versions and different reasons. I just knocked it on my ear. There's different reasons to have one. So mine's more of a monitor, has a few more drivers in it. It uses less gain input, so I can really crank it if I need to. And the reason why I got these versions was in case I'm doing anything live production, live music. For example, if I'm listening back to like a band or something like that, and we're playing live, I want to be able to isolate exactly what's happening on the mix. So if I'm sending a mix out to a stream, I can isolate exactly what I want to hear, and whatever's happening live is happening live. So there's different versions of it, but check it out. So it's Ultimate Ears. Is it ultimateears.com or is it UE.com? Or UE?
I think it's Ultimate Ears, but both might work. But they are really great. Like the volume alone is crazy, right? Like I have to put everything that I normally keep at like 90 to 100% volume. I have to move it down to like 50% because these get so loud.
Yeah, and the reason for it is because they have drivers, right? And they also have a couple other features too. You can actually take these off, and they come with a Bluetooth attachment, which is cool. So if you wanted to like attach them to listen to music or take it on the go, you can absolutely do that as well. Highly recommended. UE.com and UltimateEars.com, they both work.
Yep.
Thanks for that question, Rob. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Adriana, YouTube, what's up? I have a Mevo Start. Want to use it in webcam mode. How long can the wire be from the Mevo to the PC? You want to take this one, Will? You want me to take this one?
I got it. So yeah, let's see. For USB, unfortunately, USB has kind of a limit of 15 feet. Anything longer than 15 feet, and it'll have trouble transferring the data and the power. Um, that being said, you could do Ethernet to your router or hub, and then your computer connected to the same router and hub. And then you can use wireless webcam. And so technically, that is a wired connection, but if you want to use USB, unfortunately, the limit is 15 feet.
There you go. All right. We got Jim. Jim, what's up, bud? Hopefully everything's well with you. So Jim says, "Hey guys, I can't get Twitch to work for some reason, but my question is, all right, well, maybe Twitch is having an issue. Um, thanks to you, Will, for waking me up last week on my softball word. I was able to do audio input on one of the Mevos, and my question is, what is the best way to hear the music, monitor to make sure that the music isn't cranked for my audience? iPad dedicated 5G, my 2 Mevo starts. Okay. Yeah, so Will, this was Jim's question last week when we were talking about the audio and like all the different ways you can send audio to the Mevo, right? And he's like, well, what
Right.
about softball? Like, how would that work? And we gave him some examples for that as well. So his question here is about monitoring. So what I would do, since you're on the go, you should be able to monitor everything directly from your Mevo. So what I would do is just hook up a pair of Bluetooth headphones to your iPad, and just go with that. Because
Yeah.
anything that's coming into the Mevo, you'll be able to hear through the monitor, and the monitoring is on the speaker icon on the multicam app, which I can actually show you. But expand on that a little bit while I look for this, so I can give him an example.
Yeah. So in the single cam, actually in both, you can monitor the audio by the single cam. You would go into the audio mixer, and then that very top volume icon will let you listen to that monitor. And then in multicam, it's just right by the output window. But that being said, obviously that's probably the easiest way to do it. Probably the most, I don't know, accurate way to do it might be by bringing up the feed like on your phone and just listening to that, because sometimes you listen to the monitor and it makes sense for like your current setup and the headphones that you're using and stuff like that, and so it's nice to pull it up on another device and just listen to what that default volume is.
Yeah, I was trying to pull it up, but for some reason Chrome's giving me an issue about sharing screens right now. There's like a permission thing, and I don't really want to get into that. But to Will's point, it's right by the audio faders. You'll see like a little speaker icon. You could tap that on and off to turn that monitoring on and off.
Right.
Sorry, Jim, I didn't have the display for you there. Okay. But yeah, I mean, that was a perfect answer. I mean, that's the most direct way to monitor things. Let's see. On YouTube, Paul Bibber says, add more cameras, please, and lyrics. So yeah, the multicam app has a limit of 3 cameras. So we talked about a little bit about that earlier, as far as adding cameras and how you can do it with other other third-party things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good call out. Lyrics is an interesting one because lyrics we get a lot from the houses of worship community. They would like to display that on the screen. Now you can kind of do that again with transparent PNGs and just have slides
Right.
going. But actually having something like scroll, like how we have on the bottom here, like a scroll or something like that. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that being an advantage.
Yeah, and we've certainly seen people with multicam where they have one camera that's just dedicated to looking at another screen or a projector screen, and that has all the lyrics on it. So that's one way to do it. And then obviously, if you need to add more than 3 cameras to multicam, we have a lot of people that actually will drop one of the cameras that's not being used and connect another camera. Um, and that way you can have kind of unlimited cameras, and you're rarely, I mean, never actually, you're not ever using 3 cameras at once if you're going directly from multicam out to your stream. So it's really easy to just drop one camera and then connect another one.
Yeah, that's a good point too. So technically, you can have as many as you want. You just,
Yeah,
when you're not on those scenes, you kind of switch them out.
takes
Sweet.
like 2
All
seconds.
right. Jason has an awesome question. Thank you for watching, Jason.
So
In multicam's access point mode, is the data coming from the AP camera encoded, or does the multicam still do all of the encoding and take at the control device? This is a question for the multicam master.
Yeah, I am not 100%, but I would say it's coming still from multicam because, like, even if you're doing, like, you're adding graphics or anything like that, like, that's all done in the app. So, like, it's not sending it back to that Mevo to re-encode those extra graphics or anything like that. So I would say it's coming from the control device with multicam on it.
Cool. Thanks for that question, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. I haven't tried both,
Logi
but
MX Master 3 or G Pro. It really depends, right? Like, if you're doing the G Pro, then you can take advantage of cool. So I just got a confirmation that yes, the encoding is done in the multicam app. So I
oh,
was
thank
right.
you, Nate.
So that's good.
Awesome.
It's always good to be right. Yeah, so MX Master 3 is really awesome and G Pro is really awesome. It depends what your needs are. If you want to take advantage of like G keys and stuff like that, where you can control your lights, like as Joe showed on our Lytra Glow demo show, then that might be really nice to do the Logitech G Pro. That being said, the MX Master 3 is also really, really cool, especially if you have multiple devices, because the MX series you can drag your mouse just from one computer to the other computer, all just using the Logitech software. So that's really nice. So yeah, it depends what your setup is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of like the Logitech G stuff, just because, like what you said, like you can connect it to your G keys, and you can start like just from your mouse, start moving stuff around and getting things going and making a different atmosphere, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually was thinking about saying these in the intro because I just got the, gosh, I want to say 903, which is
Yep.
really nice, and
Mm-hmm.
then the 815 keyboard, which I can't really lift up right now because it is wired, but both are really, really nice to use.
Sweet. Awesome. Thanks for that question. All right. And thank you for noticing, Chris.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. For those just listening, Chris is asking, did you guys get haircuts looking dapper? Well, yeah, we did.
Yep.
It'd be cool if we went together.
Full transparency, we got to do some filming for some cool upcoming stuff. So we thought we'd look a little bit more professional than usual, maybe.
Yeah, haircut can do that.
Yeah.
I try to look younger with my haircuts, if I'm being completely honest.
There you go. I just go in and
All
I'm
right.
like, I don't know, whatever you want.
Yeah, make me look pretty.
Right.
Human species, YouTube. How can I fix the latency while streaming live? Man, look at this question.
Oh,
That's such a loaded question.
right. It's also
So here's the
tricky when
deal.
you don't know specifically what the setup is, right?
Well, that's why. So it's where, right? Where is the latency happening? Anytime you're streaming, there's going to be some latency getting from you to your audience, right?
Always.
What happens in between there? There's all these other little spots, right? Is there latency from your camera to your computer? Is there latency from your audio to your computer? Are you streaming with a computer? Are you just streaming with just a Mevo? We're going to need more info on that. So even if you give us just like a signal path, a signal chain of what you're using, we can probably detect where the latency may be.
Yep.
All right, MPTV. My Mevo cameras will not connect even though my cameras are attached to the Wi-Fi and my iPad is connected to the same Wi-Fi. I still cannot stream. All right, so this is an issue. Actually, we were just talking to Joe Mevo about this, about when networks and VPNs and stuff like that. So let's take a look at some of these things. So Will, take us through like the network troubleshooting checklist here.
Let's see. So would you say saying he's unable to connect his mobile device to the Mevo? Or
I'm not connected
Mevo
even though
to CDN? That's the
no,
trick,
I'm
right?
I'm thinking here. No, here he's connecting everything to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, is he having trouble connecting the Mevo to like
Oh,
YouTube?
right.
Or is he having trouble connecting his mobile device to the iPad to the Mevo?
I'm going with the Mevos aren't connecting. That's what I'm going for. Like he's searching for Mevos, and they're not connecting, even
Okay.
though they're on the same network, right? So, couple of things with that. Firewall could be an issue. Um, any type of um,
Blocked port.
device management block ports on your router. Check for that.
Mhm.
We actually have, if you go to help.mevo.com, we have an article that goes through all of the like which ports need to be open on your router and all that stuff. That is the number one reason for this problem. If we got the problem right, what else
Yeah.
could it be?
Yeah, I mean, I would say 99% of the time it's blocked ports or firewall.
Hmm.
Um, but it also like it depends what kind of Wi-Fi you're using, right? Is this public Wi-Fi? Is it hotel Wi-Fi? Is it home Wi-Fi?
Hmm.
Um, are you using a Wi-Fi extender or are you using Wi-Fi mesh or a hub? Because extenders almost always have problems.
Hmm.
Um, and there's just so much, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing as the question before, right? It's like with the latency question, it's just connection questions. Like, what is the path? What's the signal path you're using? And then that'll
Right.
help us figure out what actually could be causing it. Stacy, big thumbs up. Thanks. Awesome. I'm not sure if that was for us or not, but let's say it is.
We'll take it. Thank you.
We'll take it. Uh, all right, this is a good one. Snowman. He asks, why doesn't EIS work in NDI mode, and can this be updated? It's a good question.
Question.
I just think NDI mode just has a lot of things it doesn't do, because it's just a different routing path for the video output. Like I don't
Right.
think it goes through that stuff. But I can ask. Well, Nate's watching. Nate, why doesn't EIS work in NDI mode?
Yeah.
um,
It's a
it's a
solid
good call out
question,
though.
honestly.
Yeah, that's a good. You stumped. You did what
Yeah,
the
I was
title
just thinking that.
entailed. But you know what? You didn't stump everybody, because what you don't know is we have a team behind us, and Nate says it definitely should. He'll take a look. All right, maybe it's just an issue. We'll get back to you on that, Snowman. Thanks for bringing that
Yeah.
up to our attention. All right. Jody says awesome to her question. Thanks. I'm still only in the first 17 minutes of questions so far. So,
Nice.
um,
It's the best thing about AMAs.
Human
Can you
Species
use
says, can I use a lower third from Mevo in OBS?
Yeah. Any graphics that you
Absolutely.
put up in the single camera app or the multi-camera app will go directly to the computer.
Yeah. So think of it this way: the Mevo is just sending a final program out, right? So wherever you
Right.
send that, if you send it to OBS, if you send it to a stream, wherever you send it, whatever you put on it and whatever it's holding and carrying with it is going to go with it. All right. All right. CBUS Sports Radio. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for chiming in.
Welcome back.
As always, great info. Big OBS user here, but I just ran into my first game test broadcast with multicam. Went flawlessly. Still waiting on the video and the multicam function. Keep it up, guys. Oh, awesome. So not even a question. There's just some good praises. Thank you. I'm glad it went flawlessly. If you can, post the video up somewhere. Post a link where we can see it and take a look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
And see how you're doing with everything. All right. Well, I'm gonna have you read the next few because I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, it's all good. Virgil says, "What up, everyone? What's up, Virgil?
What's
Dude,
up, Virgil?
I love seeing more and more people are jumping over to Twitch and YouTube. Like, if you scroll down the chat, most of it is Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah. What's cool about the Twitch too is everyone's kind of hanging with each other, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like Virgil's saying, like Les is saying, "What's up?" Jarrett's on there. I think I see Joe in there too.
Nice.
Cool. Snowman with another question.
Can we get a Mio app for the PC? Technically, there already is one, but I know what you're saying. You want to have the exact Mevo single cam app on the PC. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that is in the making anytime soon. But that being said, you can do pretty much all of the same stuff that the Mevo app does on a PC using Streamlabs OBS, using regular OBS, Ecamm, all that stuff. So like the PTZ is digital, and so is like the crop. So you can do that on OIS.
Hmm.
You can set up even kind of static shots because that technically is a digital zoom. So you can do that. Graphics, obviously, you can do. You can also do PTZ using NDI monitor. Like, can pretty much duplicate everything. I'm trying to think of anything that you can't duplicate on the PC with other software. Is there anything?
Yeah. Auto director. That would be it.
Yeah. Find
That'd be the
faces and
only
live
thing.
follow.
Yeah. But everything else, like you're right. Yeah. You could, it's essentially you have broadcast software. So that's what we're
Mhm.
doing. All right. So we got back. I'm just gonna tackle this. I think this was Snowman's question,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. So, according to Nate, who is our software lead, he is the master of software for Mevo. He is the Mevo master. Um, it says you could definitely use EIS with NDI, but NDI has to be disabled to enable EIS. So, steps: turn off NDI, turn on EIS, then turn NDI back on, and it should be enabled. So, it's just a matter of the path you need to take to get it activated. So, hopefully, that answers that question. Nate, thanks for coming in clutch with the timing on that.
Yeah, right?
Great job. Yeah. Oh, this is a good point. Yeah, it was just this is a Logitech Joe, otherwise known as Joe Mevo. Probably because people have smart homes now. This is referring to that remote question earlier, and he's right. Like
Yeah.
exactly what we were saying. It's like the everything's connected wired through your Wi-Fi system now. You kind of don't need the remote anymore.
Yeah, Joe's
All
house
right.
is like mine. He's all controlled by smart
Yeah.
homes stuff. Yeah.
Joe's house is like the example of what you know what I mean? Like if you were to put that in a
Yeah.
magazine, it would be like, here's all the fun things you can have in your house that work automatically and do stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's see here. This is an interesting one. Smirno, thanks for joining us. Also, I want to point this out. Smirno signed up for our Logitech user testing um, group. I saw him in there. Thanks for doing that.
Nice.
So he says, "Hi guys, not long ago I watched a video review of the Roland Aerocaster app. Okay, I think the Mevo is a better product, but wish we had some of their features such as cell phone camera to the multicam app. Interesting.
Mm.
So you want to be able to bring in your individual camera feed into the multicam app and use it as a source. I like that idea.
It's
That's a
definitely a
fun
good
idea.
idea. Yeah, I
Yep.
mean now we're bringing in device audio in 1.4, so yeah, it would be really cool to bring in device video as well. It's a good
Nice.
request.
Yeah. So Smirno, just so you know, the people that make those decisions about things like that are watching. So good suggestion. All right. We have more TV remote conversation. I'm just going to skip through if that's all right with everybody. All right. Got a fun question. Okay, here we go. Here you go, Will.
All right, got a fun question. Any recommendations for pulling up a live stream's comments in a way that your client, like band performing, can see the comments coming in and interact with their audience? Like, does Logitech make a monitor system? Interesting. So, having a secondary screen that just has the comments so that the band can see it. Logitech doesn't make a monitor system. That being said, you could certainly set up basically any kind of, you could set up a tablet and a phone, you could set up a laptop, um, all that just shows the comments, whether it is YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. And if you used Restream, you could just have all of them in a single row.
Yeah, I
So
mean, if you can use I think it's Streamlabs too, doesn't they have a chat pop out window that pops right out.
yeah,
So if you're using a setup with the computer, which I'm pretty sure Chris does, um, you could just have that chat window pop out and send that to another monitor source somewhere that they can see. You could do stuff
yeah,
like that.
and you could, increase the magnification by like 500% or something like that, so they could
Hmm.
read it kind of from a distance. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we did in the beginning of the show, right, with the talk doc and
Yeah.
everything like that, we just had somebody that was pulling the questions, them in a Google Doc that was just like really blown up, and we were just reading them from about, I don't know, 5 or 6 feet away.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting though. Like, I'll be honest with you, though, as a performer, as someone who's performed like live music in the past, if I had to like perform and read what people were saying about me, that's pretty much my nightmare. So I don't know how. I
I can
don't
see
know. If
that.
this yeah, this guy stinks.
Yeah, you gotta have some good mods going on. Good question though.
Yep. Oh, so Les is saying he's having some trouble finding the Logitech C Twitch channel. It's brand new, and it's definitely Logitech C. So keep looking. Um, okay. Let's see. Sorry, guys, just scrolling through some comments here. Oh, Jim, just following up. Thanks. By the way, the audience loved the music, including the crowd noise, organ playing, ballpark music, no copyright issues, and game changer.
Nice.
Jim, that's exactly what we're talking about, right? You're building an atmosphere for your audience. So this is great. So just so everyone knows Jim's story a little bit, he does softball games, and I'm pretty sure Jim travels around and does them.
Mhm.
But now what he's doing with the multicam app, he's bringing other elements into the streams, which is just going to make people want to engage more, right? So like bringing in that atmosphere is just another thing you can do with that audio that just makes your streams cooler. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's
So
the
I'm gonna take a quick.
difference of having somebody, watching your stream where it's just kind of in the background, they're like moving around, doing whatever it is in their life, versus them being like, wow, this is super fun to watch. I want to just sit here and watch this.
Yeah, feels like the real thing.
Yeah.
Um, which is cool. So I just want to do some things here because we have about a little over 15 minutes left. So we mentioned the user testing with Smirno before, so I want to make sure that we mention that again. Let me just go back
Yeah.
to my. I'm getting used to these hotkeys. There we go. Take those off. Go to design. Boom. And boom. All right. So if you are interested in becoming a user tester or you want to check out some of Logitech's newer and upcoming projects, become a user tester and you can test unreleased products, packaging, software, and firmware. So follow this link, which can be found on our YouTube page. If you go into the description of this video, you'll see the link there and you can sign up and you may get a chance to try something new that doesn't that's not out yet. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And then one more thing too, and we mentioned it earlier, I'm going to mention it again. Starting March 31st, we will be live on youtube.com Logitech for Creators and twitch.com Logitech C. I know we already have some people checking that out. Thanks for doing that. Make sure if you can find it, share it, like, subscribe, all the news. And for the Facebook folks, we're still going to be at Mevo Camera on Facebook. So no worries there. You can watch where you normally watch, or you can hop over to our YouTube channel, which we'd really appreciate. All right.
So speaking of user testing, I do want to give a shout out, which is strange because this is like the first show I haven't seen him in a bit, but I'm using Ben Beckner, who is a regular viewer, for an upcoming test. And so I'm really excited to work with him. And I really would love everybody in the community to sign up because, as I say, like every time that we bring this up is like, you are the exact target audience for these products, and you probably have the best feedback for us.
Yeah. Yeah. And having this open dialogue with these shows, it just gives us that clear path directly to you and you to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's mutually beneficial.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So we got about 15 minutes left. Looks like we have a ton of stuff to cover. Maybe not so much. Okay, cool. Scrolling through. Let me know if you see anything.
I did just check, and twitch.tv/Logitech C is definitely there.
All right. So yeah, maybe go to the direct like URL like that. So twitch.tv/Logitech C.
Yep.
All right. Actually, well, I think we're winding down on questions here. Let's see. Brandon says, I'd love to develop a way to bring in Mevo through NDI. Would you? So that I can remotely bring my Mevo while I'm DJing out and any event streaming from my PC at home. RTP is solution, but NDI is the future. Thoughts?
Oh, he wants to use Bridge.
He wants to use Bridge, which you can do.
Yeah.
We've done it. We've done it.
I mean, maybe he's thinking Mevo through NDI without a computer, which is just not possible. You could do bridge, like if you took a laptop with you and you brought in, I mean, you would have to set up a whole new network for the Mevo to use NDI and then going out to your PC at home. So honestly, RTMP would probably be a lot easier than NDI.
Yeah.
But you absolutely can do what you're saying. It's just it'll be a more complicated setup than what you currently have.
Yeah, I just don't know that you're gaining everything. Like NDI is great when you have a direct connect, but if you're, let's say, like reading the question here, you're DJing out at an event and you want to send that feed back to your computer at home. I mean, you might as well just stream it to YouTube and just to have it record the video for you.
Yeah.
You know what I
Or
mean? You can
even
just
capture that screen, right? Capture the window with YouTube playing and then restream that. I guess also like there's nothing that you're gaining if you did go through this entire setup where you're Mevo to NDI bridge to your PC at home. Like you're still gonna have a lot of latency. There's nothing that you can do in that stream that you can't do via RTMP. Yeah, there's just no
yeah, I guess.
advantage.
Yeah, I can't really think of one like in that respect. Because even if he was using something like this, like Melon, right? Like you're DJing, you
Right.
could, if you have a laptop, obviously you're DJing, you have a laptop, you hook up the Mevo, you go into your Melon feed. Now your Melon feed can stream to multiple destinations and record locally and record to the cloud. So, like for example,
Right.
our shows will record in the Melon cloud. So Will can access them if he needs to go back and check something, and I can access them if I need to go back and check something from my home computer as well. So there's multiple ways to send that feed, really anywhere you want. Um, yeah, maybe we'll have to expand on that a little bit though.
Yeah.
Good question. I like that one. Cool. All right, so yep, they're saying it's not showing up in the search, but it shows up the Logitech C Twitch. That's probably because it's still brand new. So that's probably just the issue for that. Oh, Brandon's saying without another PC on site. Oh, okay. So you're going straight camera at your event. Did Will freeze? Are you frozen? All right, we'll hide him for a second. Okay, Brandon. I get what you're saying. So again, same thing though. If you're on the Mevo, RTMP, or just go to a Twitch channel or just go to a YouTube channel, and then you can have that as a private video, and you can just save that in the cloud somewhere, or even just play it on the home computer if you have someone else. Like if someone's DJing and someone's monitoring your home computer, you could do it that way as well. All good.
I don't know.
Cool.
Weird, it's not anything on my feed. Cool. So where are you at right now? Questions like time.
Oh, I am at 248, and Les has a good question. Is he going to lose all of his channel points on our Twitch channel because of the move? Yeah. I don't know. I guess there's no way to.
Yeah,
There's no way to transfer channel points like that. I guess, right?
it's a good question though. Good
Yeah.
point.
You
Yeah,
know what? We'll
unfortunately.
ask. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see what that entails.
yeah.
All right, here's a good one. Will.
Here in the Bahamas, awesome, jealous. We don't always have 5 megas upload speed at remote locations on the mobile system. Is there any plans to reduce the requirement for a good stream? So no, there aren't any plans to reduce. Like we're always gonna say 10 megabytes is the way to go. But that being said, you can go lower. Like you can do a stream in a lower resolution and it'll be less than 5.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, the question is, it's hard because any plans to reduce the requirements for a good stream. Well, if you're reducing requirements, the stream's getting less quality. That's what's happening there. So What you want to do is just lower your input quality. Try 720 at 5 megs. You could probably get away with 720.
Mm-hmm.
If not, go 480 and just change your resolution.
Yeah,
That's
and
really it. Yeah.
until there is just general new technology in the industry for compressing things better, then unfortunately there's no way to work around the requirements of internet speed.
Yeah, and then you run into the same problems like we said this on the audio show, like the difference between like an MP4 and I'm sorry, the difference between a WAV file and an MP3.
Right.
So you can have a song that's a WAV file. If that WAV file may be 60 megabytes for like a 3-minute song, 4-minute song, and then you listen to the MP3 of that. That MP3 might be 7 megabytes or something extremely lower. But it's because
Right.
that's very compressed. You're actually losing audible aspects of the song. So anytime you're compressing things to fit through a narrower tunnel, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose on that. So
Yeah.
but it's a tough problem to have for sure. All right, looks like this is the last one I have on here for the day so far. This is from Sam, and it's just like the classic multicam question. Well, how many Mevo cameras can you sync up together?
Depends what you're using. If you're using multicam, you can use up to 3 Mevos. If you're using a computer, you can have as many Mevos as you have. You can have, I don't know,
As many as
15,
your computer can
20.
handle, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see. This is great.
People always want to use more Mevos, which is great. It's a great problem to have for sure.
That's true.
I
Joe,
don't
I
want to go to
agree.
the Bahamas. Yeah,
Maybe we could
facts.
take a company trip and do a live show from the Bahamas. So let's see if we can talk the heads to let us do that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All
Did
right.
you already do? I might have been disconnected for this. Did you already do 1151 about mics for ASMR for baking content? Because that's
No,
kind of
I missed
awesome.
that one. Oh, there it is. Nice.
Yeah.
Baking potato. I have a question for Joseph. Awesome. Do you recommend any specific mics for ASMR baking content? So you want to hear sizzles, right? You want to hear pan sizzles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, yes, I do actually. I would use a shotgun microphone. So I would use something that looks something similar to this. Um, I'm not going to tell you like which one to use because it's just a matter of like what's in your budget. But use something like this, which is a shotgun microphone. You can kind of see it's a little narrow, a little long. The reason why I
Mhm.
say use this is because these are directional, right? So this microphone is only going to pick up what's really like in front of it. So you can kind of get up close on things, or you can kind of set it up on a boom stand where you have it like just hanging over a stove or something like that, and it'll pick up directly what's under it, and not so much the room, not so much like the other noises in the backgrounds and stuff like that. So definitely, I would recommend a shotgun microphone for some sizzle.
That's
Great
an
question.
awesome idea, though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and if you're doing that with Mevos, let us see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, how are we looking?
Um.
'Cause my timeline went a little crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Eric in 1152 says have plans to I guess allow multicam to pinch and zoom
There he
to
is.
control the Mevo Start individually. So you can already do this in multicam actually. If you hit the 3 dots next to the camera, it'll open up a little menu and you just select crop and zoom and it'll let you do the same controls that you do with the regular Mevo app. So you can just do crop and zoom and pinch and tap and all that stuff.
All
It's
right.
all very doable.
Snowman's chiming in here. He was saying from the earlier conversation, can we get a PC program to configure Mevo Start settings? Yeah, that's what we assumed. There isn't one right now, but that's
Yeah,
just
but
the way it is. It's
again,
a
like
mobile app.
what are the settings?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess like things like exposure, like the image adjustment quality.
Which you can
All the,
also
like
do in OBS.
you could do that in OBS as well, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
All right. So what else we got? Oh, is there a Zoom question? As far as I know,
Chill.
I didn't. Did I miss the Zoom question?
Laser less.
Oh, I love this question.
Talking about the
Sam,
Zoom.
Sam, I love it. Well, all right, what they were talking about this one. As far as I know, you cannot use app phone and Zoom app phone or tab.
Yeah, you can't
Oh, right.
do
Yes. Yeah.
mobile Zoom app. Yeah,
Right. Right. You can only go to a webcam because it needs to see it as a webcam input.
right.
Cool. This is great. Sam says, "Have you ever thought of having a second lens on your cam for autofocus or better low light capability and color as well?" It's funny, Sam. We actually drew up. This is months ago, but I don't know if you remember this. Well, we drew up a Mevo camera that had like 6 lenses on it, and they were all
Yeah.
like one was a fisheye and one was like, and just like the logistics of that was just like made everyone's head explode. We're just like, this would be nuts. It's a cool idea though, having a multi-lens Mevo. That'd be interesting. So maybe even something you can change lenses. That'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good idea.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. That's a great idea. Okay, Eric is also asking, have any plans for a new Mevo version 2? Well, technically, this is version 3 that we're on right now.
Good point.
HDMI output, change lens, like right, we just said that, right? Yeah. I think that's something that's cool, but when you're you might as if you're gonna do stuff like that, the Mevo's not really meant for that because it's meant to just be like open it up, open your phone, now you're good to stream. But I don't mind having those options at all.
Yeah.
Baking potato, that's awesome. Thanks a lot. Let us know how it goes. Tag us in it. Definitely tag at Mevo Camera and whatever you're shooting. Because if you've watched any of the Mevo Camera ads, you know that we love food.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. I think the first video on our YouTube page is Jackie from No Leftovers, just killing it. And you hear that sizzle in there too.
Yeah, I think I've seen that video probably 1,000 times.
All right, so it looks like we're winding down here. 6 lenses would be sweet. It would be insane. You should have saw the render. It was bananas. Zoom. There was a question 10 minutes in the show. If you could zoom. Okay, yeah. Yep. Sorry guys, I gotta catch up on some stuff when we have all these conversations. Last question, Sam. Do you have a trade-in program for Mevo cams for people upgrading from our previous Mevos? Unfortunately, we do not. If that was the case, you'd be paying subsidies like you would a cell phone.
Yeah,
and it'd be like $1,000. All right,
but you may find people that are interested in our Facebook group, right? There's always people that want a Mevo Plus.
That's an excellent point. Yeah, if you are looking to like move your Mevos, I mean, we don't really condone buying and selling in the Mevo groups, but
it's true.
I mean, if someone's looking for it and you're looking to get rid of it.
Yeah. So no selling in the Facebook group, but you can certainly talk to people. Cool. Well, I think we've burned through all of the questions. Do we see any other ones? Got somebody that just jumped in from Switzerland. What is up?
Oh, that's awesome. Let's just show that to everybody. Hey, Sal, thanks for joining us. Jim saying, if there was a Mevo 2, I would buy it in a second. The ecosystem is awesome. Jim, I mean, that's just the best way to end it right there. All right. So, Will, how we do? I think we did all right for getting stumped. I think only one question really stumped us.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if you would count that, though, because we did end up getting the answer for it.
Right. Yeah, because we did have support, but
I'm going to go with 100% on our record.
Fair. All right. Anyone that disagrees, put it in the comments. And what time is it? 3:01 on my end. Everything after 3:01, I'm going to ignore. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So everyone, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. You're going to see us back on Thursday. And Thursday, we are going to be talking about Streamlabs and how to use multicam with Streamlabs and just how to get Mevos into Streamlabs and stuff like that. Again, if you want to be a user tester, join our program. You can copy the link here or go to our YouTube page for this video, and you will see it in the description. And then, of course, if you haven't yet, you probably heard us say it a couple of times. March 31st, we're switching channels. So we're going to hop over to the youtube.com Logitech for Creators channel, and we're also going to be on twitch.com Logitech C, and we will remain on the facebook.com Mevo camera for our Facebook watchers. Will, I think we did a good job today. So on that note, let's go eat some lunch. Everyone else, have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Thanks, everybody.